Hello and welcome to this video where we will have a look at more advanced flooring and ceiling options in ECDESIGN 4. And we're going to start by creating a project here, so we're going to call this Project 1. And we're going to click on Create Project. I'm not going to make any changes to the room itself. Then we're going to click on Draw Room. We'll create a room just like this. And we're going to start at looking at tilted sloping ceilings. And currently, if we click inside of this room, we have 3 meters as our standard height. Now I want to create a sloping ceiling with the 5 meters in one section to be the highest. So what I do is I click on the wall that I want to change. So we'll click on this one. Then the wall property menu opens and we'll type in 5 meters instead of 3. And that's it. So now if we go into 3D, we see that we have a sloping ceiling here, tilted ceiling. If we look from the outside, you see it even more. So that is how you create a sloping ceiling. Now we're going to do a new sample, and I'm going to show you how to have multiple ceiling heights in a wide open area. So we're going to create a room here like this. And it's 3 meters once again, but now I want to have 4 meters in one section and 3 meters in another. So what I do is I select my draw room option again. I go to a point where I want to split the room. So we split it like this, and we'll say that this section will now be 4 meters. And I also need to hide this wall because we want to have a wide open section. So I click on that wall. And from the wall property menu, I mark hide wall. So if we go into ECDESIGN once again, you'll see that we created 2 different ceiling heights here. You'll see that from above as well and inside. So what you do is, if we close the 3D, you split the room and you change the ceiling height for one area and for the other one as well if you would like. And then you hide the wall, so we get a wide open area. That was sample number 2. The next sample I will show you is how to create a wide open area with both a sloping section and a regular flat ceiling. So we're going to create a bigger room here, just like this. Once again, close it up. And now we're going to split it 11 meters like this. And now I want a big sloping section on this side, but I want flat ceiling over here. So I'm going to click on this wall and select, let's select 5 meters. And then the middle wall here, we're simply going to hide. And that means if we go into 3D, we'll see it from the outside, it's easier. There we go. Sloping ceiling, that goes over to a flat ceiling. And that is possible thanks to hiding that wall as well. So we get an open area. That was sample number 3. Okay, sample 4. Now I'm going to show you a very special ceiling. I want it to be sloping to a certain point. And then I want to start sloping again, but at a higher point over here. So what I'll do is I'll split the room like this. Let's say this wall will be 5 meters high, leading down to 3 meters, which is over here. That's a fine on side A. But now I want a higher sloping ceiling starting over here in this room. So what I do is once I've clicked on this room wall, I'll select B side and let's say 6 meters. So what happens is if we go into 3D and we'll look from the outside, you see that we created 2 sloping ceilings, 5 meter and 6 meter. So it's pretty amazing how much you can actually do in terms of ceiling, special ceiling shapes, just by using the 2D section here. Okay, now we're going to start in our next section here, look at different floor heights. So I'm going to start a new layout. We'll call this floor 1 and go into 3D, and we'll create a room just like this quickly. Perfect. And now I want to have an open area here, but I want to have a higher section of floor for this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the room one more time like this, and in this section we're going to click, and instead of ceiling we're going to change the floor height. So let's change this to 2 decimeters higher, so like a staged floor. And let's do it as an open area. So I click on this wall and select hide, and we go into 3D. There you go. There you can see the 2 decimeter higher floor section. Now I'm going to show you how to create a sloping floor, like a tilted floor. And let's think that we're trying to create a wheelchair axis over here, like a ramp. What I do is I'll first start by hiding this wall because I want it to be an open entrance. And we've created this room. And if I click over here on this wall, I can change the floor height for the entrance. And I want it to be 5 decimeters up. And then it's going to be sloping down because here I have floor height 0, which you can see over there. So now, if we move the camera a little bit, you'll see if we go into 3D that we created a sloping floor. There you go. That is how you create a sloping floor. In the next sample, I'm going to show you how to lower a floor. So we're going to create a section here and split it. And of course you can split anyway, but I'm just going to split this way, hide this wall. Then in this area, I would like to have a lower floor height. So then what I do is I set a minus, a negative. And then we'll do 2 decimeters lower. So if we go in, you'll see if we move over here that we lowered the floor. So you can either raise one side or you can lower the other. It's all up to you. That is how you create a lower section using a negative minus value for the floor. The final sample I will show you is how you combine special floor options with special ceilings. And with that I mean if you have a tilted ceiling and you have and you would like to have several different floor colors in a wide open area. Now normally if I had a flat ceiling I could just split the room in half and select another color here for this section and hide that wall that I create. But now since I have a sloping ceiling, or I want the sloping ceiling from here going down to here, that would provide me with a problem because if I started splitting this room, that sloping section would actually stop where I make my wall section right here. So what I need to do is first we'll select and create a sloping ceiling. I actually did that. It's 6 meters over there and 3 meters on this side, as you can see it right there. So we have the sloping part now. But if I split this, that would end the sloping section where I do the split, where I create that wall section. But like I said, I wanted to have a special floor over here. So what I do is I go to Custom Objects and I select Floor. And then I'm able to perhaps start right here. Left mouse click, move, left mouse click, 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 and wherever I would like to stop, I close it up. And now we have that yellow or green color floor, but I can click on Floor Material and we'll select another color like that. And I can, of course, readjust the floor as much as I want. If we now go into 3D, it will be a little bit more clear what we've done. We have that special floor and we have that sloping ceiling. In our initial videos, we showed you how to just create a wall section and then hide the wall and then select another color for that open area over here. But since we have that sloping ceiling, we need to do the special floor. So that is how you combine sloping ceiling and your custom floor types in one open area.